If someone had told me these lessons sooner, I probably would have saved time, money, and a lot of stress. Today, I'm going to share with you the 10 personal finance lessons that transformed my life. And the best part? They are practical, simple, and possible to apply in your daily life. Let's go! The first lesson that changed my way of dealing with money was understanding that every dollar counts. For a long time, I thought small expenses didn't make a difference. A coffee here, a delivery there. After all, it was just a few bucks, right? Wrong. When I started writing down each expense, I realized that I was spending, without realizing it, more than $300 a month on small luxuries. This discovery made me understand that money you don't respect goes away. From then on, I began to better control every penny, recording even the smallest expenses. It seems like a detail, but it was a game changer. Another crucial lesson was to never spend money I didn't have. The credit card was a trap in my life. At first, it seemed like magic. You swipe the card, and the problem is solved. Until the invoice arrives, and you realize that that invisible money is actually a debt. The rule I've adopted since then is simple. The credit card is not an extension of my income. If I can't pay in cash at the end of the month, it's because I can't buy. The third lesson is one of my favorites. Build an emergency fund. I've found myself in situations where I needed to turn to friends or loans because an unexpected expense appeared. It was a great learning experience. Today, I understand that having 3 to 6 months of expenses saved is one of the best things you can do for your peace of mind. And you don't have to start big. I started with $1,000 as an initial goal and gradually increased it. The fourth lesson is about escaping the inflated lifestyle. When I got my first raise at work, I felt on top of the world. I started spending more. A new cell phone, expensive restaurants, clothes I didn't even need. Result? The increase disappeared before I even noticed it. That's when I learned to keep my standard of living stable, even though I earned more, and use the difference to save or invest. If you get carried away by bigger gains, you end up falling into the trap of always being tight, even though you earn more. The fifth lesson was learning to invest. I thought investing was for rich people. What do you mean, I, with little money, could invest? But when I discovered Tesoro Diretto and investment funds, I realized that I could start with small amounts, like $30. The secret is to start, even if it seems small. The power of compound interest is incredible, and the sooner you start, the better. Another lesson that transformed me was not to rely solely on memory to manage my money. For years, I thought I knew where my money went. Big mistake. There was always no money at the end of the month, and I didn't understand why, until I started using spreadsheets and simple apps to record everything. This gave me clarity about my spending habits and helped me make better choices. The seventh lesson is to negotiate everything, and I really mean everything. I thought the price was something fixed until I started asking for discounts. My internet plan, gym membership, even subscription services. I managed to reduce all of this just by asking. If you never ask for a discount, you're leaving money on the table. And, believe me, the most common response you'll hear is, "Let me see what I can do for you." Another thing that changed my financial game was understanding the importance of credit scores. For a long time, I didn't even know what that was, until I needed financing, and my application was rejected. The score is like a financial passport, and taking care of it is essential. Pay your bills on time, don't get into unnecessary debt, and monitor your score regularly. It's easier to keep it high than trying to get it back later. The ninth lesson is to pay yourself first. This means saving a portion of what you earn before spending it. Before, I did the opposite. I spent, and what was left, if there was any left, I kept. The problem is that there was almost never any left over. Today, I treat my savings as a mandatory account. As soon as I receive my salary, I set aside a portion to save and invest. Over time, this became automatic. Finally, the 10th lesson is to never stop learning. Financial education is not something you learn once, and that's it. There is always something new to discover. Books, podcasts, videos. All of this helped me improve my relationship with money. The more I learned, the more I understood that money can be an ally, not an enemy. These 10 lessons transformed me. They took me from the mindset of surviving with money to a build approach. I hope some of these lessons make sense to you and inspire changes in your financial life. Remember, the best time to start taking care of your money was yesterday, but the second best time is today.